Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we journey into the blood-soaked battlefields that forged one of the greatest empires the world has ever known, the Roman Empire. Rome was not born unstoppable. It became unstoppable through discipline, strategy, sacrifice, and relentless warfare. Every province Rome conquered was paid for in iron, sweat, and blood, and every victory strengthened a system that reshaped history forever. Rome's rise began humbly, surrounded by powerful rivals in Italy. Early Roman armies were citizen soldiers, farmers who picked up swords when the Republic called. Their first major test came against the Latin League and neighboring Italic tribes. Through brutal, close-quarters fighting, Rome learned that unity and discipline mattered more than individual heroics. Victory brought land, manpower, and confidence, laying the foundation of expansion. The Samnite Wars were a turning point. Fighting in rugged mountain terrain, Roman legions initially suffered humiliating defeats, including the disaster at the Caudine Forks. But Rome adapted. Instead of collapsing, it restructured its army, developing the manipular legion flexible, resilient, and capable of fighting on difficult ground. This ability to learn from defeat became Rome's greatest weapon. Then came the clash that changed the Mediterranean forever: the Punic Wars against Carthage. Carthage dominated the seas while Rome was a land power. When war broke out, Rome did something extraordinary. It built a navy from scratch. Roman engineers copied captured Carthaginian ships and added the Corvus boarding bridge, turning naval battles into infantry fights. Against all odds, Rome challenged and defeated a maritime superpower. The Second Punic War brought Rome to the edge of destruction. Hannibal Barca crossed the Alps with elephants and annihilated Roman armies at Trebia, Lake Trasimene, and Cannae. At Cannae, tens of thousands of Romans died in a single day, yet Rome did not surrender. The Senate refused peace. New legions were raised, slaves were armed, taxes increased. Rome absorbed the losses and continued fighting. This unbreakable political will shocked the ancient world. Instead of chasing Hannibal, Rome changed strategy. Generals like Fabius Maximus avoided direct confrontation, wearing the enemy down. Meanwhile, Scipio Africanus carried the war to Africa itself. At the Battle of Zama, Roman discipline and cavalry coordination finally defeated Hannibal. Carthage was broken, and Rome emerged as the dominant power of the Western Mediterranean. In the east, Rome faced the Hellenistic kingdoms Macedon, Seleucid Syria, and Greek City, states descended from Alexander the Great. These armies relied on the phalanx, powerful but rigid. Roman legions, with their flexible formations and short swords, exploited every weakness. Battles like Cynoscephaly and Pydna proved that adaptability defeated tradition. Greece fell under Roman influence, and the eastern Mediterranean followed. Rome's conquests were not just military victories. They were systems of control. Roads connected battlefields to Rome, allowing rapid movement of legions. Forts secured frontiers. Veterans settled conquered lands, spreading Roman culture and loyalty. Defeated enemies were often turned into allies, bound by treaties that fed Rome soldiers and resources. Rome did not merely conquer. It absorbed. The late Republic saw civil wars that tested Rome from within. Generals like Julius Caesar used battle-hardened legions to fight political rivals. Caesar's conquest of Gaul showcased Roman military perfection, speed, engineering, intelligence, and brutality. Rivers were bridged in days, fortresses built under fire, and entire tribes crushed. Gaul's conquest enriched Rome and proved that its armies were unmatched. The Battle of Actium ended the Republic and gave birth to the Empire. Octavian's victory secured absolute power and ushered in an era where Roman legions guarded borders from Britain to the Middle East. Even when facing fierce enemies like Germanic tribes, Parthian horse archers, and later barbarian invasions, Rome endured for centuries because its military machine was systematic, professional, and disciplined. Rome was unstoppable not because it never lost, but because it never quit. Defeat made Rome stronger. Every battle refined its tactics. Every enemy taught it new lessons. Rome's greatest strength was its ability to adapt, endure, and rebuild. The empire was forged not in a single victory, but through centuries of relentless warfare that shaped the ancient world. And that is how the battles of Rome built an empire that still defines power, strategy, and civilization today.